Peace and blessings, beloved family. Welcome to another amazing episode of Who Naked Up in Here. I'm your host, Mr. Witz, alongside my phenomenal co-host, the amazing gifted. Thank you all for joining. Shout out to our DJ for the beautiful music and introduction, opening up the show. Everyone, please open up your hearts and your mics and let's greet each other the way family do.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Happy birthday,
Hello.
Nemo.
Happy
Yes,
birthday.
Google.
Happy
Boy.
birthday.
thank you. Thank you, everyone. We made it.
We
Yes,
made
made
it.
it.
yes, sir.
Yes.
How about
yes.
that?
Yes. And
Yes.
happy Poetry Month to everyone.
Yes, it's
Happy
National
Poetry Month.
Poetry Month.
And today is all
Yes.
kind of special right now.
Yes. Let's
It
get some
is.
poetry in.
I'm excited.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yes,
up.
yes. That's what's up. Yes, yes, it is. All right.
All right. So for those who will be viewing, this is an open mic. This is a safe space to share. All those are welcome. Everyone in the room is welcome to share. All those who are willing to share, there's a reaction button at the bottom of your screen. If you click on that button, you can raise your hand. All hands that are raised will be acknowledged. We allow for two pieces in this room, unless your work is extremely short, then we allow for more wiggle space. With that being said, let's get those hands up. Let's get some good energy flowing. As always, I would like to offer the floor to my queen, Gifted, if you would like to open up tonight.
No, I'll pass that on to you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Are you stepping away for a moment?
I'll be right back. I just got to get my phone.
Okay, awesome. So shout out to everybody, man. I'm so gracious that we're here for another night. It's been a long week for me so far. I've been on these 12-hour shifts since last Wednesday, weekend included, so I can use a breather. Hopefully coming up soon. Yeah, but I'm glad I could be here with you all. Again, we are celebrating our food dog Nemo Soon's birthday. So shout out to the birthday boy once more. Um, I was looking to see Mama Betty in the room. Maybe she'll join in a little bit later. I know she was excited about being here tonight. But
yeah.
yeah.
I'll send her a message to make sure.
Okay. Thank you, love. All right, well, let's get the show on the road. Fool, since it's your birthday, would you like to open up tonight?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's awesome, awesome. So everyone, please open up your hearts and your mics and let's welcome Nemo Soon.
Nemo. Let's go, Nemo.
Happy birthday, Nemo.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the big 5-0 today. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Okay, I got two pieces tonight. Both of them are fairly new. One of them I've been working on all week, but I'll save that one for a second. We'll start with this one. The counting men are coming. Can you hear them counting down? Mustn't be caught being different now. Closing books and closing schools, closing minds with their fucking rules. Data access giving way to paywalls, pitfalls, recalls, AI footfalls. Which billionaire gives you access to the internet these days? Good channels and bad channels became pre-chewed news for baby birds, regurgitated into eager mouths, fighting to be first, to taste the tang of truth, fabricated in the fires of the fall, 'cause it's over, y'all. Crawling from the crater comes now. All compassion obliterated on impact, nobody's intact. The temple got disintegrated while we masturbated. We've been saturated with endless piles of garbage time. Podcasts broadcasting real crime in real time. A million megabits of bullshit streaming in. You can't wave 1984 at people who haven't read it. They're busy shorting the American dream, betting hard on the crash, cutting you off in their luxury SUVs because it's great TV going down. We like it when the funny man makes it funny. Catchphrases and catchy tunes, balloons, caricatures of the statesmen of many nations, sold out for 30 pieces of silver on the dollar, 3/5 of the way to redemption, if that, because maybe it's fucking negative. Human nature written in spaghetti code, shovelware, and nobody cares. Delivering meals to the helpless now seems heartless. And they only knew she was gone when she didn't come in for work. Who's gonna man the till while fingers probe, looking for nickels to be counted while we're dancing down because it's time and we're dead.
Okay, fool. That was that was pure fire, bro. Woo.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you want me to go ahead and read the second one or wait?
Yes, come on. That was whew, that I think you just aired the room out. Way to open up, man. Way to open up.
Thank you. All right, this one is still fresh ink. Still working on it. My doctor says we mustn't let depression stay beckoning from my bed. Shouldn't slip into somnolent complacency and let her dream my days away. He always asks me if I feel better from the last time we did this. A quick survey of the disposition of thousands of variables, and I'm just going to say what comes into my head. He'll nod because he really does care and ask if I have the same pharmacy. New pills come marching in to join the old in my daily dose. All my side effects are twirling round on their broken axes. Drugs doing the damage instead of the storm. Sometimes we have to submit to brutality to be healed and brutalize ourselves in the process. Some days she sits on my shoulder, whispering her dark interpretations, dire implications, unholy expectations, echoing walls that never stayed the same for long, and childhood beds that were never home. My friend points at her perch from time to time and asks me if it's empty. I'll nod because I don't want him to worry, but she giggles when I lie. Lying beside me later, eyes locked like lovers, fingers interlaced, she sings her lullaby. A siren song for a man who never sails. Some nobody spitting loneliness, slipping away on the underside of the sheep I keep counting in between these verses. I dreamt my doctor flew me out over mountain lakes, passing between peaks, swooping low, and suddenly swerving, we plummeted towards the water. Final thoughts flashed, but the crash didn't come. And I woke amongst the debris of a day that hasn't even started yet. Thank you.
Man,
Woo,
y'all open up your
woo.
mics and show some love. That was work.
Sorry. That was fire. Oh my God. And I like the new piece. I like that. The shedding of that piece. Oh gosh. Thank you, Nemo, and happy birthday again. And I love the ending. The crash didn't come. That part.
Oh yeah, thank you. The crash didn't come, but I woke in the debris of a day that hasn't even started yet.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Mm.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It's so wonderful to be here with everyone tonight.
Happy birthday, Nemo.
Thank you. Thank you, Marianne.
Welcome.
That's what's up. It's so great to have you, bro. and especially opening up with us tonight. I think you did an amazing job um, expressing those views. The first piece was absolutely phenomenal. That was like a 24-hour filibuster. The way you came in and threw that down. Thank you for that. The second piece was great to hear. I tried to hear it in your voice as I read it, but it was great to hear you express it and deliver it. And I think you did a great job.
Thank you, Fu.
Yeah, great work. Happy Born Day.
Thank you, Pasha. It's great to see you.
Likewise.
So let's keep the energy
So-
flowing. Oh, go ahead. Mhm.
Okay, I just Nemo. There was just one line, another. I mean, there was a million brilliant lines, but there was this one. Yet I can't. No, you can't wave 1984 at people who haven't read it. So living in the past and wanting others to relive that past. Can you give us more on that?
I love that
So-
line too, Gifted. I'm glad
Yeah.
you said that.
Yeah.
Thank you. 1984 is a novel written by a guy named George Orwell, of course,
Yes.
about totalitarianism and the rise of authoritarianism. And a lot of folks have been yelling from the rooftops, oh my gosh, the stuff we're watching around us, it's like 1984. And they're yelling this at the top of their voice. But the problem is that a lot of the people they're trying to reach haven't read that book. They don't know what it's about. And so all they hear are these numbers. All they're hearing is effectively noise
Yeah.
instead of the message that I think that many people are trying to send, which is look out. We got some nasty business around us going on right now, you know?
Right. Okay.
Pay attention, be mindful, you know?
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, that's what I was going for with that line. yeah.
Brilliant line. Brilliant.
I'm glad to hear that it resonates.
Yeah.
Hey,
Definitely.
the whole thing ties into how you ended that second piece. That I didn't capture the first part of the ending, but that debris of a day that haven't even started yet. Because people in the know, we suffer from being the ones who appear delusional, who appear crazy. Like our families done put us in the mental hospital twice for telling the truth before they even knew, 15 years before they knew it was coming, right? So that's the debris that we're seeing on a day that hasn't even started yet for those people. We already see the debris.
Well said, sir.
Yeah.
So
You said it, bro. I just expanded.
yeah, appreciate that.
Great work, man.
It just resonated. That's what it is. It resonated with us.
Definitely.
Thank you for that feedback.
All right.
Y'all give it up for
Wait.
me one more. Oh,
Ooh, way to set it off. Yes.
oh, okay. I thought somebody else was getting ready to say something.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Great job, fool. Happy birthday once more, brother.
Marianne's up next. She's
Yes.
peeking in. I see. Okay. She was
Okay.
peeking in, so I thought I'd let her know. Go ahead, babe.
No, you're doing great. You my co-host. It's also your duty, so you're doing a great job. Thank you. Let's open up our hearts and mics and let's welcome Marianne Peterson.
Marianne! And the cats. I see the cats today.
Marianne,
It's gonna be my
go
cat's
Marianne.
tomorrow. She's gonna be 14 tomorrow.
Wow.
So
Oh, wow.
that's a she or he?
She,
He.
girl.
So he showed up to do a duet. Is that what's happening here?
I don't know.
It's a girl. Go ahead, Marianne.
You got it.
This cat's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hi. Well, happy
It's birthday
birthday.
season.
Yes, it is. Oh, wow. You're close. Okay.
Oh, she loves dinner.
That's hilarious. All right.
He's a handsome fella.
Yeah, you have to move out of the camera. Sharing.
Okay, Marianne, you got it.
What is that? Just knock over my.
Carol's like, no, I want to see in the camera. No. Go.
Carol, let go.
Right there.
Okay.
Oh, can I tell you something? We might be going shopping tomorrow, right?
Maybe, yes.
And I might be getting a hoop, and I was getting stressed today because my BeamNG wasn't working that good.
Oh no. Well, don't get stressed. Breathe through it.
Yeah, so I was screaming, and I hit the keyboard.
Uh-oh. Well, try to stay calm and think about what you're going to get tomorrow. It's going to be a good day.
And today, I was first day of school yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday, but yesterday, my first day of school.
Yesterday was your first day back from spring break.
I was so excited. I wanted to see Miss Outsma.
We're so glad. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Okay. You got it, Marianne.
Yeah. Okay. This is a song I wrote a while ago. It's called When I Hear Our Song on the Radio. When I hear our song on the radio, I cry. 'Cause I remember what I still feel for you. I still love you. I remember the day you said goodbye. The day my heart was broken into is still in my mind. It sticks in my mind as clear as glass. Think about the heartbreak is as painful as a bee sting. I cry every time I think of our past together. When I hear our song on the radio, I cry. 'Cause I remember what I still feel for you. I still love you. Remember the day you said goodbye. I still care. Can we talk to each other to try to get the pain away? I need a second chance. Please don't deny me one more chance. Promise I will be through this time. Please help stop the pain. When I hear a song on the radio, I cry. 'Cause I remember what I still feel for you. I still love you. Remember the day you said goodbye. Can't we talk this over? You say we can. Just for that one. Then no, the next thing I'm gonna read is a poem I came up with today. This is called Mental Health Suffering. My husband's mental health is suffering. They keep lying about him at work. On top of that, his biological mother is dying. It is all affecting his mental health. He is getting irritated more easily than before. He can't even sleep very well. I'm very worried. That's it for that one. Then I'll do this the last thing. It's a rap I came up with a while ago. It's called You Can Make a Difference. Nothing like to say, homeboys and homegirls from around the way, you've got to make a difference in this world today. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Do it now. Tell everyone else about it. We need to sing in harmony. We need to live in harmony. You can make a difference if you try. Come on, do it today. We need to make a difference in this world for less trolls to exist. To homeboys and homegirls from around the way. Come on, say we can make a difference. We have to start today. We can make a difference. We have to start today. Everybody say that. Come on now. You can make a difference. You can make a difference. You can make a difference if you try.
That was a good rap.
One. Thanks.
I didn't know that you can rap.
Let's go. You can make a difference. You can make a difference. Yes. Let's go,
That was
Marianne.
good, Marianne. I hope you
Wow.
feel better if you're sick.
Indeed.
Yay, I missed you, Marianne, but I love that.
You know what's so dope about that last piece is that it resonated with your son. So it tied into an understanding for him. And hopefully that seed grows into a fruitful tree for him.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that. Keep penning, Marianne. Keep working. I know you got a lot of work out there. Um, and I'm just always glad to hear you expressing yourself.
Thanks.
Yeah, she's actually, you're a lot better than you think you are. That that last one resonated with everybody. Gifted was throw her hands up in the air. She was celebrating it. Everybody needs to hear that they can make a difference when
Yeah.
they try, because the world is trying to keep us from trying right now.
Uh-huh.
That part.
Everybody, financially, mentally, spiritually, you know what I mean? It's a lot. There's a lot against us right now. We all needed that. I think everybody should be up here. What's this, the universal symbol? I don't know. You know, I'm new. I'm newbie here, but you know that snap, whatever. That everybody needs to give up some of that with that one, because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
trying hard to
indeed,
keep us
indeed.
all down right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
It did.
Mm.
It definitely bridged the gaps
yeah,
between the
yeah.
youth and the elderly. So
And Marianne, I'll say this to you from a vocal standpoint. The way you did that second one, where you read it with conviction,
Uh-huh.
if you just do your songs like that too,
Uh-huh.
you won't even have to try.
Yeah.
All right, little mama, work on that for me.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to make it a song. Just the way you read that second piece, do that over the beat. Hit
Uh-huh.
me up if you need help. I'll work with you.
Yeah.
that's what's up. Great feedback on that one, brother. Definitely. Okay. Everybody show some love for Marianne.
Go,
Yes,
Marianne.
Marianne.
Yeah. I love your stark honesty
Thanks.
every time.
That's what's up. All right, let's keep this energy flowing. Y'all open up your hearts and mics once more. Let's welcome Christopher Moore.
Woo, woo.
Christopher.
Welcome back, Chris. We
Go
ain't seen you in
poet.
a few weeks.
Yeah, I've been insanely busy. Plus last month I was a little sick, so that's another reason why. Um, okay. I have two poems. This is from something I'm working on. This is called The Duchess of Contradictions. The Duchess of Contradictions thought that I was the best. She thought I wasn't following along, but I studied all her moves, even the ones she thought I didn't see. The Duchess of Contradictions sought a crown she said she never wanted. She never seemed to be she never seemed to become a queen because she scoffed at her potential subjects. And this one is called Cannabinoid Trade. Misfit Stan had a cannabinoid trade. It helps them not become such a misfit. It makes them tolerable to the masses that are the ones walking around like zombies all the time. The cannabinoid trade cycles through mostly once, sometimes twice a day. Misfit Stan relies on it to appear normal. Well, normal as defined by the normies. What happens when the trade is forgotten? Then conflict comes to Misfit Stan. Thank you.
Right, thank you, brother.
Yeah, that's from a collection I'm currently working on. Um, I've been going back and forth with different things, and I'm combining basically a lot of jumbled thoughts into poems, and I'm calling it Thoughts from Misfit Stan, mostly because I always thought of myself as a misfit, um, and I just combined it as I don't know where I came up with the name.
Hey, Chris, can you expand on that line? She never seemed to become a queen because she scoffed at her potential subjects.
uh, yeah, you want to reread it?
No, just like what was your perspective on that when you created that one?
Um, okay. Um, so through personal experience, unfortunately, I have met a lot of women that especially in the area that I live in, um, they tend to want to be, they love it when you say how wonderful they are and shower upon them, compliments and all this stuff. And whenever you don't do that, um, they kind of tend to not reciprocate or forget about you or don't give two flying fucks about you. um, so that basically is the premise behind that poem and that last line.
It's deep, man. That's deep. Cause like the whole thing, like with the queen and everything, or royalty, is thinking they better than the lower cases or classes, right?
Yeah.
And just the dynamics there of scoffing at the potential subjects. And then the subjects could be people, it could be topics. And a lot of us think that in society, some of the most freeing concepts are beneath us. We're too busy trying to pay the electric bill to entertain. This book says our people perish due to lack of knowledge. Subjects, topics, scoffed at by someone calling themselves a king or a queen nowadays.
Yeah.
Very powerful mind. I'll end with this. Simon Sinek. The closer we get to where we see ourselves going in life, the more the people around us become what we expect. Great piece, Chris. Great piece.
Thank you.
Great feedback. Keep coming with the insight, brother. It's much appreciated, and necessary for us pouring into each other. So I'm appreciating your ears as well as what's in between them. Let's continue to grow. Y'all show some love for Christopher Moore one more time, please.
Good stuff, Christopher. Thank you.
Go, Christopher. Great stuff.
Thank you.
Awesome, and it's good to have you back. Glad you're back, feeling above the weather. I want to give a shout out, and send some love and prayers to Rich Boucher. He's not here with us tonight. Hoping that everything is okay. Haven't gotten an update from him. I don't know if anybody has heard anything. But yeah, let's just keep sending positive energy to him and wishing wellness to him.
His family posted today that he had a brain bleed. So he's still unconscious. They're trying to get him taken care of. But yes, please continue to send positive vibes as well. Thank you.
No, thank you for the update. And for alerting us of, or shall I say, awareing us of what's going on with our dear brother. All right, let's keep moving though. Just keep the energy up. Let's not make this a heavy moment, because you know how it can be when we loving on each other. Let's keep the spirits high. Y'all please open up your hearts and your mics, and let's welcome Shaki G.
Shaki. Let's go, Shaki.
Oh, I thought somebody
Yay.
else was up, but I wanted to dedicate a song because I'm not good at singing, but Gifted was gonna help me out.
Hey.
To Nemo, because it's his birthday and he an old man now. So we was gonna say happy birthday to
ya.
happy birthday.
He on here, Nemo? Oh, he's
He's on
here. Okay, let's keep going.
I'm gonna let you go because you better at it. I'm gonna sing it with you. Go.
Okay. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy
Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday. Thank you, Nadia and Shaki.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, thank you.
Now it's the
Love.
fellas' turn.
Beautiful.
It's y'all turn, guys. Go ahead. It's your turn.
Now you know I can't sing. Right, right. Right. Don't even try to
Get
set
it,
us
get it,
up
get
like
it, get it.
that. Look, you could have had us humming in the back or something while y'all did all the front line work. You know, why you want to do us like that?
Oh, Christopher said, my gift is not singing. Oh, well, we
We
just
love
hope
you,
you feel
fool.
special.
You know
Thank
we
you,
love you.
Shaki, for allowing that space. Yeah, just making sure we talk
Yeah.
and pay
We
homage.
gotta celebrate each other when we can. So
Amen.
make sure to do
True.
that.
So
Especially someone like Nemo. He's always supporting and always there for everyone. So
agreed.
all right. Now I'm gonna do my
All right.
sad poems like usual.
Okay.
This first one is a draft I started today from a 30 for 30. The prompt was what I give to God. In the Black church, they will tell you to give it to God, as if faith is the cure. So I went to the church. I tried to lay my gay at his altar in exchange for favor and was stopped at the door. I said I came as I am, and they told me, well, leave as you be and leave the rainbow too. Says God's promise does not belong to me. They ask how it makes sense when I am a storm cloud over their congregation, a cumulonimbus accumulating sins and sorrow. How can I have anything God wants? But some people would love to send him my body, lifeless, limp, lost, because they'll postmark it to hell as if this bitch ain't heaven sent. Return me to sender, tell me to count my days like I won't count it all joy. Wrap it up and find another way to give it to God. And next time, I won't try to exchange my gay, but send him a thank you note instead. Because how dare you think he makes mistakes? Um,
Come on, Shocky, we hear you. There was a lot of lines I wanted to try to jot down, but you were just moving so fast. I had to make sure I stayed tuned. But that was definitely a powerful piece. Good writing.
I'm sorry. I guess I'll do this one instead of the other one. Um, I was talking the other day about Emmett Till, and if we remember, Carolyn Bryant just recently died in 2023. And that every time I think about that, it pisses me off. So I wrote this. We say the good always die young, and Carolyn lives to see yesterday, so maybe there is some truth to it. I wonder if other Black boys twisted their lips into metal fans and anchors. How she became a modern day Medusa, whistling Dixie, but never truth, never apology. Hope she never rests in peace, but celebrate the death. And does that make me the monster too? Hope her grave unmarked, or body sinking into the Tallahatchie, bloated, full of her undoing. They say she didn't pull the trigger, as if she was not the bullet in the chamber, the nail in the coffin, the big bang to this fucked up reality, where she set eyes on a beautiful boy, and I saw a beaten body, barely, begging, bury that bitch beneath the jail, and watch an acquittal mature instead, die of old age. I guess the young die a brutal death, and the worst of us die comfortable in bed with family at our side and lies under our tongues.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Great work. Great work. Y'all open up your mics and show some love.
Damn, Shocky.
Shaki! Go ahead, Nero.
I just Shocky, you're an amazing, phenomenal writer, and then you just go and upgrade again. You level up again, and it's phenomenal.
Thanks. I mean, thanks, birthday boy.
I love it.
Yeah, I loved it too. I loved both pieces. And they weren't sad. they were powerful, both pieces, to just take a stand. I won't try to exchange my gay, because how dare you think he makes mistakes? That, and I know I paraphrased and put it together, but that was just so powerful, that whole piece. And the Emmett Till, Carolyn piece. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder, but both powerful pieces. Great work, Shaki.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna say this, right? It absolutely was sad, because the truth is, the etymology of the word sad means satisfy.
Mm.
See, we got it backwards. We think sad is something negative, right? But sad is satisfaction. And how satisfied was she when they said she didn't pull the trigger? And then how satisfied was society in the comfort of the lie? And that's the same thing that the society deals with today, the comfort of the lie.
Mm. That's the writing prompt. And put that in the chat in case anybody, if we may utilize that. I think that will make for a great writing prompt.
Man, do you think, man? I'm hearing the support tonight.
I said, if anybody did it to challenge themselves to write to that, it is Poetry Month, so I think it'd be nice if we throw one in there each week. Maybe we can get a prompt in and see if we can get everybody or some of us to come back and share what they got from the prompt. So I think that's dope. We'll take our first prompt from Pasha. Thank you so much for that, bro. I think it was seriously on point. There's so much that we can do with that. So if you dare to challenge yourself, it's in the chat. Grab it, utilize it, share it. Bring it back next week. Y'all show some love for Shaki G one more time, please.
Yeah, Shaki.
Y'all kind of quiet tonight. I know we in the intimate space because there's a few of us in here, but y'all could breathe a little bit. Let your hair down. You home. So just remember that we love each other here. So keep pouring into each other.
And Shaki, I just wanted to say I really admire the poem, the message that I got from it. The last one was just talking about taking up space and just owning who you are authentically. And I feel the world needs more of that every single day. So thank you, because I am still learning to do that. So it was inspiring.
That's key. That's key right there. And keep inspiring each other. All right, let's push forward. Everyone, please join me in opening your hearts and your mics, and let's welcome the co-host of Who Make It Up in Here, the phenomenal Gifted.
That face, gifted.
Right,
Oh,
I told you it was
Gifted.
like,
Gifted.
what's going on with those cheeks?
Yes, queen.
Hey, yo. I was so caught off guard. I was doing some. Okay. No, let's see here. Well, okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Dang it, I was caught off guard. All right. All right, I'm gonna do this quick piece, and I don't know what the second one is. I've been busy, y'all. I've been busy. All right, here we go. I'm sensitive. I own it. I cry at your daughter daddy post, the sad, the romantic, the comedic stalker killer movie, the flood, the hurricane, disastrous storms, the victims. It all makes me shed a tear. But I own it. I own it. Send me a card with a lullaby, a story of the days gone by, thoughts of losing my sister, my mother, my grandmother, and my brother too. And I'm gonna cry. I'll cry like a baby because I remember when my life was simple and free. And I didn't have to think about you or me or what will happen to me. I could just be, live in the moment, happy and carefree. But as I grew and became aware of what I know to be true, I know I'm sensitive. And there's no denying, some would like for me to hide it, but I was made this way. And no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So see, I can shed a tear, but make no bones about it. I am not all of the words that you like to swirl in your head. Weak, soft, easy, pushover, woman. Yep. Some people equate women to all of these things, but the one thing that they forget is being sensitive means that you're agile, careful, diplomatic, calculating, astute, and acute. Your senses are heightened, but never dull. So I own it. I'm sensitive, and I bet some of y'all are too. But don't claim it as a cloak of a scarlet letter. Wear it. Wear it like a mark of distinction, expression of pride. Wear it like a badge of honor, because it is. Hello, my name is Gifted, and I'm sensitive. That's that piece.
Yes,
Yeah,
Gifted.
that was
Yes, I'm sensitive too, girl.
I know. I'm sensitive too. I wrote that piece years ago because somebody called me sensitive and said that I'm too sensitive and it's a sign of weakness. So that was my comeback. Y'all know how we do as poets. Everything is in a poem. I don't know what to do for my second piece. I wasn't ready. I can do this piece I'm working on, Poetics Mix. Yeah, right. All right, I'll do this piece that I've been working on. It is so not finished at all. So here it is. A monster rests in my head, slowly creeping around my spine, running rampant at most and the most inconvenient times, guided by fright or freeze. In the closet I stand all alone, nose in the corner, side by side. These walls shut me in. But fist up, and I'm ready to take a swing. Beads of sweat wet my head, pulses racing, strong grips slithering, slimy, clutch. Breathe faster than a rabbit darting across the yard. Close my eyes, and my backbone straightens. I inhale and exhale. The false entrapment of this hold. The false entrapment of this hold. Release me. Release me. I know that you wear a mask of critic cloaked in protection, a mask of I'm not worthy. Release me. Fear can be a restrictive entity if you let it. That's all I have.
That was deep.
Yeah, I love it.
That's crazy. That's all I have after that.
Right, right.
That's it. Still working on fear. So many things about fear.
Pastor, I
I
know
was
you got
told
something
that
to say.
I was told that fear is a protector. It protects us from things, and we have to embrace it. That's what I was told.
Sorry, thought I was on the screen all that time.
Yeah, you know, I got. First of all, she's who said that Shocky about how she ended it, and that's all, right? Like, so I, I've been MIA for what it would have been like some. It's been months now. Coach Ja and which know me from before. Most of y'all think I'm new, but like I am new. But the point of the matter is, I haven't heard much of Gifted's work, right? But I hear her talk. So she be talking, and then she got to her work. And I was sitting there like, oh shit, this the History Channel narrator going in over the. I feel like I'm watching a Civil War documentary. I'm seeing cannons busting off and shit. And she's like, and the victims, it all makes me shed a tear. And I'm like, it's cinematic. And so the second poem started off with it's a monster resting my head, right? And what I really like is not to talk too long, but I like how the energy of the day of the moment spills into us all in different ways. And look at Chris's poem earlier, right? Chris was talking about the word subject. I put in the chat. And Gifted happened to like this. I don't know if she see how connected it is. That the Black's Law Dictionary, because I'm a word guy, I be looking up words and shit. Like I was doing that in the background. So subject is the concerning which the or that concerning which the affirmation in a proposition is made, the first word in a proposition. Think about the songs like Eminem, I Am, right? So the queen was scoffing at her subjects, and in psychology, we talk about how you see yourself in others, right? So her projection issues had her scoffing at herself. And then here comes Gifted, a mask of I'm not worthy. Fear can be a restrictive entity if you let it. And I just want y'all to all walk away here tonight with the combination of knowing that the fear of you becoming queen or king may be the only thing that's stopping you from ruling your kingdom.
Okay, say
If
that
you think
again.
the
Just for
fear
those people
of you becoming or being king or queen may be the only thing that's stopping you from ruling your kingdom. The queen in Chris's poem scoffed at her subjects. Why? We could easily say it relates to the mask of I'm not worthy from Gifted's poem. The fear can be restrictive entity if you let it, and that's why she didn't become queen, because she scoffed at her subjects.
But what do I say after that?
Man, you
Well
gotta
said,
thank your
brother.
poems. You gotta thank your poets here tonight, man. They doing a thing. Connected energy. Appreciate y'all.
Indeed. And the feedback is so important, man. Like this is why it's necessary that you join these spaces, because the way you pour into these cups, you're not just taking from them, but you're pouring back into them. And that's what keeps us all whole, keeps us all balanced, man. So I'm just glad that you're back. It's good to see you back on the scene. And every time that you are well involved. So much appreciated.
Respect.
That's what's up. Y'all show some love for Gifted one more time, please.
Thank you.
You
Hey,
did
Mom
your
Betty.
thing.
Gifted.
Thank you.
Incredible
Amazing.
pieces.
Yes,
Thank you.
Queen.
Thank you. Hey, my
Hey, Mama
Betty.
Betty, I see you came in the room.
Yeah, I got you. Just got you babysitting my 3 grandsons. They wore the hell out of me, y'all.
Oh,
Oh gosh, that's so funny. Oh, well, welcome, welcome. So glad you can make it tonight.
indeed. And enjoy that time, they don't stay small forever.
Amen.
It may seem like it, but before you know it, it's over.
Mama Betty, you look beautiful tonight.
Oh, I
Thank
love
you, Shaki
that.
G. You try to win me over. You trying your best to win me over. But you all
I'm gonna say it every time I see you.
right. I love you too.
Love it.
Oh man. What's up, John Moore Smalls? I see you came into the room as well, man. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Okay. Mama Betty, I'm not gonna throw you directly in, but if you do want to share, just let us know.
Yep.
You can tell me directly in.
Oh, sounds great to me. Everyone, please open up your hearts and your mics and let's welcome the Queen, Mama Betty.
Let's go.
Hey,
Betty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday, Numo, Busan.
Thank you so much.
And I'm in the presence of other queens and kings. Okay, so this is a poem I wrote to a prompt. And the prompt was last letter of a dying word. You know, I don't like this shit. Come on now. Do it like this. Last letter of a dying word. I am freedom. This is an easy letter to write. When you find yourself in a desolate place, when slam, shove, kick, shot by neo-Nazi colonists, cowards, rabid dogs hawking, spitting in your face. Democracy, a farce, an unrehearsed skit, actors dying of thirst on a niggardly, fatigued global stage, scripts burning up in flames as I, freedom, exit the stage. And that's that poem. And then, do this one. No. I'll do the other one. Then the other one is The Anatomy of a Shadow. Again, this is a poem I wrote to Ramrock Speaks prompt. The Anatomy of a Shadow. The absence of a shadow be the leaking of nutrients of a skeletal structure, marrow, body slump, limp, falls, breathing shallow, cold muscles rapidly, slowly losing heat. Rigor mortis shouts bold. Anatomy of a shadow is that light, 3-dimensional life retreats. And that's that poem.
I got you, Mama. Thank you so much. Y'all open up your mics and please show some love.
Mama Betty, yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Powerful.
In that first poem, was that line, Atlas died of thirst?
Mm.
You're
You muted
muted.
it. There you go.
Actors.
Oh,
AC.
okay.
But
Beautiful poem.
Mama Betty, you gotta get with Nemo anyway because I know you wasn't here earlier, but you can't throw 1984 at those who haven't read it.
Mm.
You haven't read Nemo?
Nah. I brought it up so the crowd could go ahead and do their thing with it.
Yeah, reconnected with it. It was a
With
lot
yours.
of
It was a
transcend-
line and go ahead, babe.
Go ahead, Queen. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it was a line from Nemo's poem. And Pasha is connecting what you're saying to that particular moment in Nemo's poem. So it was a great connection.
And then too, you guys need to read 400 Fahrenheit 451 too, okay? All the stuff, John. We talk
Yes,
about
ma'am.
the books and all that, but enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. And I got to read those pieces from Mama Betty earlier in the week, and yeah, just excited to hear them in your voice and expression. One thing that I do want us to do is make sure that we tapping in with each other, because sometimes things are missed when we hear them, because some things are visual, some are auditory, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can hear it and resonate with it. Sometimes you may need to read it over and over again, you know, and make those connections. But it's so much in those two pieces that she shared. The chat should have been full of comments. But yeah, Mama Betty, continue to share, and I'm excited for what you have coming.
Mr. Witz,
Yes,
did you read Daytona 500?
I didn't read yet.
Okay.
I can choose that for one of the pieces that I wanted to that I will share.
Any of the pieces that you just wrote would be outstanding. But Daytona 5, I love that piece.
Oh, beautiful. I'll share that one then.
I'll second that request.
Nemo.
Awesome.
Third.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate y'all. Again, one thing I gotta bring back, as artists, we really love on each other beyond these screens. So we share often. A lot of times our work is tried out on each other, or shall I say just expressed to each other and share with one another before before we verbally hear it. We're already exchanging notes and love. I have that. I'm gracious to say that I have those connections with these three main individuals on the screen, which is Nemo, Mama Betty, and Gifted. We share often, and our work is always transcending and inspiring each other to continue to write. So if you don't have that, um, I think it's a good tool to utilize by just loving on each other that way. So know that my inbox is always open. I'm always willing to give something to look over and let you know how I feel about it. And if you're willing to participate in that, I'm not afraid to share my work with anybody as well. But I think it's a good tool that we use. It keeps us encouraged. It keeps all of us sharp. Make us make you think, you know, in another way. But I'll go ahead and share at this time. Y'all please open up your hearts and your mics and welcome Mr. Witz, the poet.
Mr. Witz, before you continue, let's
Yes.
give props to Gifted, Brooklyn in the House, and I can't think of the other sister, but they did a dynamic classic piece that's going to withstand time. It's going to be a great legacy. It's a beautiful piece. I
It
wish you
is.
Thank you, Miss Betty.
No, I mean that from the bottom of my soul. Absolutely. 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 I'm so proud of you three queens.
Thank you.
Daughters of mine. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It means the world.
It is
Gonna keep
definitely
working.
beautiful. And you can find it on Gifted's YouTube page. If you put the link down in the comments or
It's on Instagram as well. It's on my Instagram.
Oh,
Absolutely.
okay. Well, follow that as well.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
y'all. Oh, you joining us. You just welcoming us into the room. Okay. I see your hand up. That's why I thought you were saying good night, as if you were leaving us.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but I guess that's saying good evening, as in I'm here. I'm here. That's a welcome. Okay, let's get into some more poetry.
Hey.
Forgive me, I gotta open it up on my computer. So I'll do the requested piece first. This is Daytona 500, 500 years forward into slavery. Meow, meow, meow. That's the sound of cars racing by. Forgive my sound effects. But you think they tire watching a carousel. Yet they're cheering to the booze drips of hooray horns. The come around the bend is annual as they celebrate the tar prints left in the tracks. Is it the attempt to escape that excites them? Efforts against time, revving their engines? Ever try outrunning 1,000 horses while dogs pick up your scent? It's like burning gasoline. Smashed tin cans, broken beer bottles at your feet. Has to be reminding of racing barefoot in the woods, trying not to trill blood on leaves. Here they come again, around again. You pray they won't see you hiding in plain sight, so you scoot down further. The last lap could rip the pages from your hands, the way the Lord made confetti out of freedom papers. The sound of their near makes cartoon of your heartbeat. The numbers painted alongside their doors makes you wonder if they're bragging the amount of slaves they've captured or how many times they've killed one. Racing these fields, here they come again. Could be the last spin they watch me excel to a level they never seen or expected me to be. But we won't be going back easy, not without a fight. So head around again. I'll follow the plait patterns and braided path leadings, the train trackless railroad guidance to our freedom. 500 laps. Maybe we'll make it this time. After these 500 years of abuse, maybe we'll make it to the checkered flag finish, where black and white squares reside in harmony. Just maybe we'll make it this time. Peace.
That's a great piece. I think you should put to video, with the cars in the background and the images. It'd be awesome.
Thank you for that suggestion.
It's a phenomenal piece, Fu. And like you said earlier, when you send me a piece, I try to read it in your voice, but it's so good to hear you, doing the work. So very cool.
Thank you, fool. Love you, birthday boy. Okay,
Love you too.
This next piece is untitled. I wrote it today, so I'm still working it. The Erykah Badu tribute to who Sarah Bartman was. It's a reminder of why I have so much respect for her and the message behind her artistry, awareing us of how the industry has continued to abuse their positions through the mispresentation and exploitation of our culture and women, using their beauty and physical appearance as a marketing scheme indirect to their talents, driving our sisters to the point of not wanting to accept their natural development. It's clear to see the curvature persuasion, perpetuating the viewing fans with body enhancements. They've forgotten how Sarah Bartman was hard-heartedly paraded, inhumanely caged for Caucasian gazes. It amazes me how today's women patterns themselves to receive that experience, all while they have been targeted for rape, human trafficking, unsolved murders, and yet BBLs have overly influenced the imagery of our culture, procedures that have made our feminine counterparts feel upgraded, risking their very survival to undergo these dramatic procedures, especially those with low income who seek affordable cosmetic surgeries. To hear about someone who has done one successfully for a lesser price can turn out to be the opportunity of their lifetime. But records have proven it to be a serious misfortune. Leave it to the rich and famous to show you otherwise. So shout out to Erica. She continues to express how cunning, unaware, and unapologetic she is. I am proud to say I admire her for being bolder than most her peers. Erica Badu, thank you for for you continually being true to you. And in doing so, you taught us the value of loving and respecting who and what God has made of us. Love, peace, and happiness to all our Black queens.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Beautiful piece. Wow.
Absolutely loved both pieces. Um, the tribute to Erica Badu is so important for us to continue to hear, continue to admire. And if we don't know the story of Sarah Bartman, look it up and explore it and understand why. I think you had a line in there, God, the way God made us to be, we need to accept that. In a sense, that's basically what I got out of it. We need to be more accepting of what and who God made us to be. And I love that. I love that part. And I love Daytona 500. So thank you. Yes. And the imagery and that piece, while sad, to imagine what we had to go through, but having the understanding of the history of the connection of the Daytona 500 to the escape and race and chase and conviction of the Black man. So thank you for sharing that. Both
Thank you,
pieces.
Queen.
Well done. Well written.
Thank you.
All right. So, man, great work, first of all. And as mentioned, the energy's carrying through the night. For Daytona 500, I like the way you started it off. You think they tired watching the carousel. You know, part of the reason why people think I'm crazy talking about, oh, I'm American, not a United States citizen, is because I'm like, the United States is the continuation of those 400 years. They just tricked everybody into checking the box and say they all slaves now, right? So for the Daytona 500, I want to respond with this statement. Grandma had a saying, don't know if I'm going or coming. And then to show you how that connects to your second piece and kind of like the theme of the night, how the industry has continued to abuse their positions you mentioned in the second piece. But see, I always tell everybody the word attitude actually means position. And the word queen, Queen, which goes back to gifted, which goes back to Chris. The word queen, Queen, actually comes from the word queen, Quean, which was woman, hussy, prostitute.
Mm.
So people in our culture wonder sometimes why I shy away from calling our women queens. Because now the prostituting is no longer sexual, although it is in the sex trade, trafficking, all that stuff you was talking about. It's now a mentality trade. It's now the education indoctrination. You get to get a degree so you can get the better job so we can control the women in the population and we'll never have to fire a bullet and go to war with the men because we're going to give you the job. So see, what we need to do is adjust our attitudes because that'll change our position. And I'm grateful that you expressed it in such delight in conjunction with the continuing message tonight. Thank you, man. Great work.
Thank you. Thank you for that feedback.
Mr. Witz,
And for that knowledge. Yes. Yes, Mama.
I like what Pasha said because I'm glad he gave us drop that negative intelligence in education on us because we speak in the languages not ours. And so, like Haki Makabuchi said, former Donna Lee said, he has a beautiful book he wrote in the 70s. Yeah, 70s, called From Plan to Planet. And then he talks about we speak this language, so therefore we think in this language. So our language and our mind is colonized by the language we speak. And I'm so glad he brought it up about Queen. And I got the information. I'm gonna do further research on that. And I probably refrain from using that term myself because you say those tribe, prostitute, what the other two, Portia, you said, Pasha?
Quean goes back to woman, hussy, prostitute.
Yeah, hussy, and prostitute. And so I like that. So given that information and that knowledge, just like the word, some people don't want to use the word Nigger. I use it from time to time, but I would not use Queen going forward because I got this information tonight. And again, I'll do further research on it for myself, but I appreciate it to the highest. Again, we speak in a language that is not ours. We think in a language that is not ours. We think in the kindness language. And so we're colonized without thought, without subconsciously, something we have to always fight. And so if we choose words carefully, strategically, we'll be like guerrilla warfare in our heads, conquering those words, throw them to the side. One love.
Respect. To make it make sense on another level too, the word technology actually originally referred to grammar. So we got songwriters in the room and we got amazing poets. How dangerous are we when we truly know what the words mean, the bullets that we firing, and how much of a disadvantage are we as a society when we don't.
Well said. Well said. And like Mama Betty said, thank you for the new information, new old information, because that's what it is. You know, and again, like she said, we speaking in a language that is not ours, and we utilize the words to the best of our understanding. But even as melanated people, we manipulate words for our approval anyway. So something that may be derogatory, we may utilize it and flip it to make it mean something else. But in using it, our minds aren't that ignorant as we would attempt to be. So though you say something, if you say it to yourself in the mirror, you're gonna know exactly what you're saying, even though you're trying to flip it to say something else.
All of our thoughts are prayers. And and I won't. I'll give you this last piece because for those that enjoy the science behind it, the letters that we use in the language are really symbolic of numbers. That makes every word we use a math problem. And this is kind of like directly and indirectly how we talking about vibes. Oh, yo, they said such and such, and I got the vibe because you're graphing a frequency. And then on the scientific side, they call it quantum physics and say law of attraction, and frequency attracts light frequency, and whatever your thoughts become things because it attracts the light frequency into your manifestation. On the religious side, they call it prayer. The thing we got to pay attention to is we're in constant consecration with the Most High. All of our thoughts go to the Most High, so all of our thoughts are prayers. And then there's that dynamic again. How dangerous is it when you ask for something but you don't know what you're asking for?
Powerful, bro. Thank you again. You just on point, and I think everybody is appreciating the information that you're giving us. So blessings, blessings. That's what's up. I see we got two more hands up, so let's keep this energy flowing. Y'all, please open up your hearts and your mics and welcome John Moore Smalls.
Jamor,
Let's go, John.
go poet.
Come on, Pablo.
Let's go, Jamo.
Jamor.
Let's go, Jamo. Hey, what's up, my people? How you doing? It's been a while, busy as usual. But let me just go straight into my two pieces. All right, the first piece goes like this. As you present my dead body to the ground, and there shall it lay for eternity, looking upwards to where I once belonged, while living the life of the uncertainty. As the worms devour my flesh, and my consciousness sink deeply into the ground, not even a memory of me was left. I guess I'm lost forever, while my body sink deeply into the ground. In 1,000 years, there won't be no skin and bones, just a fair mutation would disappear in the human memories long ago. Never once I retrace my steps. I guess I'm lost forever. The sorrowful tears of shed shall be all wiped away. And that's just the first piece. The second piece is well, like I said, the new piece I wrote it in January. That was my last piece that I ever wrote. I kind of fall off a bit, but been busy doing work. And it goes like this. They say that you live life but nobody see you suffocate. I know you try to live right, despite all the suffering. I know you try to bring light, despite all the mumbling. Now, since you're gone forever, there is no much to give. You go through a teary night, all you have is precious memories. Even in the night time, you show yourself in my sleep. Now, as I wake up, nobody know how I feel. I have the choice to cry or to go back to sleep. Now, as the coffin closes, all my memories will be trapped inside. Never once your love surprised me, but your love will be my guide. All I need is one napkin to wipe away my teary eye. Now, for the final time, I guess it's time to say goodbye. And that's the end of my 2 pieces. You guys catch me while on my supper break. But anyhow,
look, I keep forgetting the time frame is so different. Where you at, man? Thank you for the share. Also thank you for the imagery of your post earlier today with that beautiful hummingbird just scenting the flowers. That was beautiful to see.
yeah, when I go on vacation, just to take different sceneries. The thing about vacation, right? You in a country, got the same ideas and everything as everybody else in the country. As soon as you step out, you see other stuff. You see things that you don't regularly see on a daily basis, and you kind of open your eyes to see other things and appreciate other things. So if anybody want to, expand the mind level, just go somewhere you never go, a place you never go to, or a place that you're out of the country. I mean, like me Dutch island and my French island, I like to visit sometimes. And if you don't want to go to that, you got the nice islands in the Pacific, the Solomon Islands, Tuvalu, and all of those. Just relax yourself and just inhale the nature, man.
I love nature, man. One thing, nature has always inspired my writing. Since I was a teenager, when I first got on my poetry journey, uh, I used to go to a park area and just sit alone, on a bench underneath the trees, and it was wild because the environment I was in, like I knew everybody in the park area, so it wasn't like I was a stranger or foreign to that energy, but I still found time to make space for me, so I can hear what God had for me, right? So being under the trees um, taught me not to swat at every insect, um, and how important the trees were, because even as a young man, we used to do frivolous things like rip the branches off a tree, rip the leaves off it. And it took me to understand that um, these are lively things. They are alive. So, um,
Yeah.
you know,
For instance, again, it was something way, way, way back. Well, I have the quote on my Instagram, but it was a day that I was busy at work, and I just went outside, went upstairs, just to take a look at the view of the sun and everything, because I'm a big fan of looking at nature. And the thought just dropped in my mind. The world is a beautiful place. Observe the sun, and I'm watching at the sun, and observe the moon. And a piece of the moon comes, sometimes you can see the moon in the daytime, everything have its own time and season. But it would be a miss of me that I have to leave this place one day. And I was like, yo, I'm like, how I come up with this kind of thought? I look around, nobody around me. I was like, how did I come up with this thought? You know, you find yourself in nature, you know? You just come up with thoughts that
When you tune everything out, it's when you truly tune in. You know, I always felt like our poetry, our poetry are messages that God give you and you alone. But if you don't utilize it, don't think that it stops at you. The same idea and concept can land 10 feet away from you. It can land 10,000 miles away from you, you know.
yeah. One more thing, right? I find myself while doing, even though I haven't read for a long time, I find myself reading myself my poems before I go sleep. You know how you people don't read scripture before they go sleep?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like the things that you come up with is like, I wonder what mind space I was in writing that day, you know? You know, something else, and sometimes you get some really, really deep thoughts, and you're like, wow, how I come up with this? Oh, wow, it's a powerful message, you know?
Right.
You really, I would advise any poet, try it. Before you go sleep, you turn on the night light or you read off your phone. Just read some of your poems. You don't have to be fancy and all of them stuff. Just read, like how you read the book of Psalms, the Lord is my shepherd. You read one line, like one line every night if you want to, or you want to read the whole poem. And, you know, go sleep on it and just the imagination, just working magic.
Jamal,
Yeah, man.
Jamal, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for sharing. Man, that was like the reflection for me. Like I always be buzzing off everybody's stuff. So like when you was talking about being lost forever, you know, it reminds me that time is just an emotion. Like a lot of people don't know that time is an emotion itself. So when you saw yourself being gone, right, no parts of you left and everything, it made me be grateful for how you're gonna feel once you reach enlightenment. Because when we reach enlightenment, we join the omnipresence. We don't have to go. We already there. Like don't sit under the tree. Know that you are the tree. Don't view the sun. Know that you are the sun. And once we grow from believing that we are leaving, we will know the real us was never here. I appreciate that work you did there, big guy. Keep it up.
Yeah, man. It's mostly of a reflection. Those two pieces is mostly the reflection, you know? Certain people don't take the time and reflect on what they've done or what happened presently. You know, we humans, we are busy mind. We think about working, paying the bills, looking after the kids, doing this, chasing girlfriend. Just spend 1 minute, 1 minute. Just look at it and just be grateful. Like, thank you. Just say, you know, wake up and just say, thank you. You don't even have to pray. Sometimes, well, this might sound controversial, but praying is just half the battle. You have to put in a little work with it, eh? But you have to, you know,
I agree with you. I got a saying where I say, um, prayer without work is just crying out loud.
but the Apostle Paul, works Faith without works is dead. The Apostle Paul. You know, I tell people, people will like to go with the conversation, try to be complex. Let's say, if you want to buy a house, you just can't pray for a house. Houses don't drop out the sky. You have to go to the bank, get a loan. If they approve your loan, you have to go process to go through all of that. Faith is good. I will tell you, we put the faith in a lot of things. When you go on the taxi or in a bus or cab, you put your faith in the driver. I like to go on the boat or the plane. I put my faith in the taxi and, well, the pilot and the boat captain. So faith is good, but the practicality. This is what Christianity is missing: the practicality of being in this life.
Thank you, John. Y'all show John Moore some love, please.
Jamor.
Yeah, Jamar.
For hearing you.
Jamua.
That's what's up.
Woo-woo.
All right, let's keep it going. Y'all open up your hearts and y'all mics once more for me, please, and let's welcome Nadia.
Nadia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, Nadia.
Go, poet.
Yay!
Thank you. I have a couple pieces I've been working on, and I'll share what I have so far. It kind of tailors to the conversation of nature and balance with nature. It's called Daydreams of Peace. The world is at an imbalance between plant and animals. Humans are also animals that create malice, destruction for greed and power, controlling what can be devoured. Centuries of history repeated, some may feel defeated. Genocide of entire cultures, wiping out millennia of history and structures. Greed is one word to describe the destruction of existence. Not all has or will be subscribed. Distortions swirl in the present world's resistance. It is heartbreaking to see the fading of compassion and empathy. Humans programmed in masses, stripping rights, dividing into classes. Mother Earth houses every being, each element a thread in her tapestry, still gleaming. Plants and animals can coexist if humans would end their harmful twists. Consuming every aspect around is a prophecy long ago found. Since the dawn of mankind's flame, a young species still learning the name. Consumption is a fire unchecked. It burns all bridges to reconnect. Barren forests choke the skies, toxic breath where life once thrived. The oceans are filled with toxins, like veins clogged from within, destroying coral castles and sacred flow. As fires rage, illusions grow. Daydreaming of a peaceful place where Mother Earth is honored with grace, where clouds sing lullabies to trees and rivers hum ancient harmonies. The elements of every crevice cradle life without malice. Balance and harmony deeply cherished, where no voice or being is left perished. Plants and animals nourished and whole, each heartbeat echoing one shared goal. Every being has a voice, even silence becomes a sacred choice. Habitats and cultures restored, kindness seated, no longer ignored. Worth is not weighed in gold or fame, but in authenticity, free of shame. Creation is honored in every aspect, every gift a bridge to connect. Honoring the balance with every being, heals roots and wings, freeing and seeing. Not one being above another, no intent to dominate or smother. Healing becomes the sacred call, where mind, body, spirit stand tall. Safe spaces bloom like springtime flowers, giving joy and strength, empowering ours. Plants hold medicine in their grace, and animal wisdom finds its place. The dream shared holds many facets, a garden of hope in infinite baskets, wishing for peace and restoration now, praying for the Creator to show us how. Poem. My second piece is called Invisible, Not Imaginary. Different labels bring different hues, providing clues of the battles fought, not all new. Invisible does not mean imaginary. Projecting silence onto others' truth is defamatory. Sometimes inflammation can be unseen to the eye, a wildfire beneath the skin, hidden deep inside, pleading to be seen, loved without judgment or pride. Not all will have the capacity, the ability to truly see. Even when told, they're unable to comprehend the quiet wars fought inside and out. Ableism, one aspect others may be unaware of, blind to the pain they're projecting onto those already suffering. Where some ask only to take up space, they're met with shame and quiet disgrace. Instead of acceptance or unconditional love, others are marginalized, shoved into a closet, told to be invisible, silent, as if their existence is dismal. Invisible illnesses, mental, physical, spiritual, aren't always seen. Silent storms of suffering, journeys of healing affecting various beings, while society attempts to silence, label, and define their meanings. The mass culture chooses division, a lens clouded with distortion, working against unity, breeding new waves of mutiny. Every interaction is an opportunity to choose love, to embrace community, to create unity fluidly. It is up to every being to open their eyes to all around them through a lens of love, not pride. Love is the most powerful tool capable of healing the world across masses through plant and animal, regardless of classes. This is a dream of mine, a world that can embrace every aspect of the divine. Divinity lives in every being. Regardless of societal constraints, every being deserves to be seen, to be heard, to take up space without shame. I am choosing to take up space, regardless of others' discomfort or projected disgrace. I am here, not invisible or imaginary. I choose to share my battles, one hassles that I'm building into castles. Poem.
Wow.
You go, girl.
Yes, powerful.
Wow.
I am choosing to take up space. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The one line that stuck with me, imaginary. Where the hell we go? Wait, hold on, let me just type it. Invisible, but not imaginary. That they just that was on a different level. I'm telling you.
Yes, yes.
Nadia, I have the experience with your poems almost every time that I'm listening and I'm enjoying it. And all of a sudden, like, wait a second, she's rhyming. Your flow is so natural that the rhyme just really mixes in. It's really great.
Yeah, Nemo, you said that well. She got a nice flow. And I think your second piece answers your first piece. The imaginary, not invisible, answers your daydreams with peace, because you're talking about the battles that are not known and the things that people aren't aware of, even if you tell them. And how much of the world knows that the deserts that litter the earth at the 30-degree latitude are the results of an ancient cataclysm, an ancient war among civilizations that most people don't even know exist. So most people don't know the trees, the saying, what it means by there are no forests today, because all the huge trees were cut down. Most people don't know what the world really was. They don't know what these buildings were with free electricity at the top of them without describing it in a technological way. They don't know what the world was prior to the 1700s even. They only know what they were told. So the world is recovering from a war that left these deserts. So what happens when we view the imbalance as maybe our perspective?
Again, great insight, great feedback, and encouragement. Yeah, gotta show some love for Nadia one more time.
Yes, Nadia.
I love her voice.
Erica, you must have just go ahead and be a voice agent, because you find you a nice voice, you want to admire it, and you need to just start putting these people to work. You know, you got one yourself. You know,
I would love to put these people to work. I wish I had it like that.
but I know that's right. Well, conceptually, that's what I mean. Like, if we utilize that, then we'll find ways to create our own currency. You know, I'm working on tapping back into my spiritual self as far as that goes as well, because you all know, those who know me prior to COVID and during the early days of COVID, I was my own job. I was my own boss. I never um, saw myself back in the actual working field as far as aiding someone else's dreams. Um, in that sense, I was really, digging into myself to find ways to create and continue that journey to provide for my family from inside out. Uh, yeah, but COVID created a lot of situations for us all, didn't it?
Yeah, I lost the signal or something there for a moment, but let me close that thought with, I think it's a great opportunity though for us to celebrate. You know, look at all the initiatives we got, making green, green initiatives, whether we believe in the CO2 pumping out or not. You know, we're bringing the planet back, and the way you closed it, Nadia, at the end is we're rebuilding the castle.
Mm, mm.
So let's focus on the building, not the destruction. Because whatever we pray for, right? We were just talking about.
Indeed.
Absolutely. And one thing I wanted to honor, Mr. Witz, what you were saying was about COVID. And I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I did have a near-death experience in 2020 because I had a severe COVID infection. And it changed my life. And it actually is the reason why I started writing poetry. And because of writing, it's actually helped me heal on all levels. So it's inspiring to hear that you're back in the workforce and you're doing things that you love and you're traveling and meeting people. I have not leveled up to that space yet, but it's an inspiration to hear. So thank you for sharing.
Big love on that. Big love. And yeah, you know, just if you wanted to work for it, you know, I'll shout out a couple of poets in the room for that mannerism. We got Shaki G. Um, she works hard on her craft, and she's not um, afraid to go out of bounds to express it and watch it grow. Same thing with Erica Floyd. She's touched a lot of boundaries, connecting with the art and different artists to continue to grow in her path. Dark Man Blues became the poet laureate of his county this year. Earlier, excuse me, last year. Um, I think midway through or whatever the case may be. Um, but yeah, and he's been stretching his boundaries as far as connecting. Nemo Soom has been doing a lot of stuff that he may never have seen himself doing as well. Knowing how he came into the art and then to where he's grown to today. Um, he's doing a lot of work behind the scenes as well as on the scenes. Um, my just everybody in this room has been growing in this art, so it's due to you just as long as you continue to put in the work. Because you definitely have a voice, you have a style of your own, and your message is prominent. So just continue to be the best you, because nobody else can do that for you. And I'm so grateful that a lot of times I've realized may not just be me, I'll say we have realized that sometimes it takes tragic events for the life change, for us to redirect towards our goal or our mission in this life. Some people leave without ever reaching that, without ever finding their purpose. And I think that to be their purpose was to be an example for someone else, that if you don't utilize what God created you to be, then it will move you and put someone else in that place. But with that being said, I'm so gracious for you, Nadia. Um, and I'm watching you grow right before my eyes because you came in the room as a listener. Not saying that your pen wasn't working, but you had to find your voice. And now you have been so expressive, powerful, and influential. And you see it in the reaction of your peers. So continue to grow.
May I add one thing for the group?
Of course.
It's all woven back to Gifted's line. Fear can be a restrictive entity if you let it. So let us not let me ask you this. Have we considered the tragedies of our lives were not tragic, yet placed to compel us as motivation? Nadia, the Most High might have called up the devil and said, look, we need to do A, B, C, and D. Because if not, she ain't never gonna put that pen in that pad, and Mr. Witz ain't never gonna give her that speech on April 2nd, 2025. She off schedule right now. We gotta fuck this shit up because she out there doing what A, B, C, and D. And that was like, I got you, Lord. Hold on. Went there, sent his little demons out there. They fucked your shit up. He was in there like, boop, boop, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And then you were like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna write. And now you this great writer. What we gotta do is we gotta know this quote, people. We gotta know the quote that all time affects all time, all of the time. It's so easy for us to blame the past affecting the future. I mean, which is today, the present. But what we know, because we be talking about vibes and energy, is that energy oscillates. That means it's a two-way communication. That means the future is also speaking to the past. And the things we're going through today are preparing us for who we're supposed to be tomorrow. So when you get Bell's palsy in your face and you're a songwriter, you can't talk, and you wondering how you gonna sing, that's when you figure out you're supposed to go study songwriting and work on your craft. And then when you can talk again, you're so much better. So stop looking at it as a tragedy and accept it for value. Find the value in the moment, and we shall rise together. Okay, I'm done for that. Maybe not. Maybe not. No promises, but there you go.
Big love, bro. You know that. You know that. All right. I don't see any more hands raised. Is there anyone who haven't shared that wants to share? Last call.
I guess I'll go ahead. I started not to.
Okay.
I'll just share one piece. So I'll get naked since this was new.
We love
And
it.
it's Poetry Month.
Well, hold on. We gotta welcome you.
Okay.
Everyone, please open up your hearts and your mics and join me in welcoming Brooklyn in the house.
Come
Miss
on,
Erica Floyd.
Brooklyn. Let's go.
Brooklyn!
Let's go.
America! Go poet.
Okay, let me see here. Am I still unmuted? Okay. Wanted to make sure I didn't mute myself. Peace, be still. A quote we all know well. A simple verse of scripture. An ever-present desire as we mature. Faith believer or not, we all crave peace. This need for chaos to cease. Challenges, oftentimes from entities beyond our reach, whether good or bad. The bullseye finds us unceasing in our decisions daily, making choices, whether multiple, true, false, or matching, in our attempts to make the puzzle of our concerns fit, to make life make sense. Since sense is no longer common, rest assured, towards the end of it, essay format will be forthcoming, mulling over our actions, wondering if we opted to the contrary, would the outcome be different? Would it have been better? Pass or fail, a learning experience will be had in some way applicable to our existence, to shape our character, to make us who we are to be. So there is purpose to our trials and hopes that our wins will outweigh the losses, because there's no joy in being hit center mass, yearning for the peace which passeth all understanding before we rest in peace. Poem. I'm only going to read that one, considering it's after 11 o'clock. Thank you for the space.
Thank you, Erica. What a powerful piece. Thank you so much. Peace, be still. Yes.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming out of the quiet and blessing us with that with your work as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, she brought that full circle with the peace be still in the beginning to the rest in peace at the end. And I think a lot of it embodied what we was talking about, you know, throughout the course of the night. What I was just saying, like the all time affects all time, all the time. It's perfect follow up for that. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
I think that was great. One last go round. Is there anyone else who haven't shared that wants to share tonight? All right, well, beautiful. I want to thank you, amazing artists, just amazing beings, for being here in this space, um, and blessing each other, with your presence. Uh, and everyone stayed through the throughout the night. I appreciate that because a lot of times life be pulling us in different ways, and there's nothing more valuable than your time. So for you sharing that with us here tonight, we are truly grateful. Gifted, would you like to say any closing words?
I echo
Got
absolutely
me.
Mr. Witt said.
Y'all forgot me.
I didn't forget you. I've been asking if anybody wanted to share before we close out.
You always call me last. I know you talk to me.
I didn't either. Okay.
I was wondering about you, John.
They don't. It's always okay with last poet. I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting for my call.
Look, I was asking, bro. Well, we got you. We got you. I'm
Yes,
gonna tell
yes.
you almost missed the curtains, bro. I'm trying
And
to
I
tell you.
almost left too.
Oh
Hold on. We got to keep the same routine because you don't do that every week. You don't ask me when you be like, okay, here's the last one.
Yeah, but
I
I had
was
to
thinking
make
that
sure
too.
because we didn't talk in the back channel neither, so I didn't know what was going on that end. But it's all up, bro. I got you. Y'all
All right,
please go
before
ahead.
you introduce our brother Coach, I just wanted to say again thank you to Miss Betty for paying homage and to the Women Pause link on YouTube. I'm putting it in, I'm dropping it in again. This is for a project, a women's project. And just I would love it if you guys would take a peek at it, leave a comment, share it, stuff like that. We're trying to get funding to bring this messaging to a stage near you. So thank you. All right. Turn it over to you, Mr. Witz. Do what you do.
Now, everyone, please join me in welcoming our final artist. Please open up your hearts and your mics and welcome our brother, Coach Josh Smalls.
Mwalimu in the house.
What up? What up? Y'all know I got some new shit.
Coach.
You know, I be sitting here writing this new stuff to go on. I got to be on.
Get naked.
No. All right. Two new ones, short ones too. From the mouth of babes. What?
Yeah, that means you got some new smoke. You got some new smoke. We say get naked.
Oh, okay. Somebody
Yeah.
said take your shirt off, man. Okay, anyway. From the mouths of babes you shall hear the truth. And then the scripture says, God does not make mistakes. And I knew when I read this, it had to mean more. Like a double-edged sword, this message had to carry a brand new story, one that I was not familiar with. I come from a place with a colorful flag. and it sways in winds that cannot define its worth, but there's this familiar stench. And it's far more human than savage sometimes, but it's always bending in the same fingers, vibrating across the same tongues with the same deeds that they call unwanted. This land smells like political landmines, draining sovereignty and human rights with falsified paperwork, document after document. I am more than a written bill, greater than a broken treaty. But I come from a land that is not of its own, and it's cold here. And every 4th November, it smells of rotten chessboards, and we are the pawns forgetting all of our power, soldiers who refuse to man our own stations. Freedom is not a gift, even though it sounds like privilege. I used to blame the landsmen all the time, and the landlords who refill prophecy dressed up like Christmas trees. They trim and we burn, find hate in like security blankets, a mirror broken and double-sided. So we always appear extra, twisted and demented like a maze of humanity. And to them, we are the game, hunted and played within the same breath. See, I was born in a land of lies. Technology stampled in the same colors, waving in the same backyard, smelling of the same flesh, the same tax codes, humans who wardrobe their heathenism with titles of superiority. Yeah. I come from a land that does not know her own name. So she hides beneath gerrymandering and red lines. Again, she doesn't know her own sin. Nonetheless, her taste buds have always been addicted to the same thing. Some call it us, some call it them. In plain English, she's addicted to dog meat. That's an American tribute. Don't worry, I'll break it down later. 5 fingers at a time. Thumb trapped between gum line and laughter. I find you there every day. I meet you with a heartbeat like standing ovations. I found paradise in your moonlight. A tickle that spells your name on purpose. You are the flower bed in fairy tales. The many colors that travel from flower beds to the most beautiful leaflets. They come without exhaustion, singing kumbayas in your celebration. You are like spring water to a drying palate, a dancing rainbow hugging my forever. So I swim to your cadence that lives in your giggles like I own them. Delighting the violets in your smile, knowing God is pleased. I honor the joy he sees in our union, the approval painting of the purpose of father and daughter. Baby girl, you shine life like stratospheric energy. Scream in tones that vibrates from heavens to my child, my first love child. They say you are the rainbow child, changing the flavors of my favorite colors. The tangible love stretching 4 generations long. You are the reason I love, like lungs needing wind. You are the reason for all, for this poem, for this now, for this forever. The poem will never end because of you. 5 fingers at a time. Left thumb trapped between jawline and laughter. Your daddy's baby girl and God's gift to be heard. Her name is Mina Lynn Simone, a beautiful gift from God to be heard.
Wow.
So Mina Lynn Simone actually means a beautiful gift from God to be heard.
Mm. So beautiful. Wow.
Great work, bro.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna address the
That was
first one.
amazing, Coach.
I'm gonna address the first one because that shit was hard as fuck. So everybody that got a cell phone handy and quick with their thumbs, they 5 fingers, like Ja was just talking. Go ahead to Google real quick and type in Chicago World's Fair. And then click images. And when you see the pictures of Chicago, and you could do the same thing for St. Louis and San Francisco, and the list goes on and on and on. If that's what America looked like, why they want you to believe could the greatest lie be that Brown was from Africa? That's my response to American Tribute. Which of course goes and falls in line with everything we were just talking about, the fear of stepping into your king and or queen position in your kingdom. Maybe it's been taught to us so that we won't take our nation back. Maybe it's not the land. Maybe it's the people.
Well, it's always the people. That's for sure.
I like to let y'all talk about it.
Walimu,
Yes,
you know,
Miss Betty.
you have that beautiful book. I have it here. Your love notes to your daughter.
Mhm.
So are you doing a new book of poems for your daughters? Your daughters? Because that was absolutely gorgeous. I know you was talking about the little scholar. I call Mina. I call her little scholar. That's who I address her as. I got a book to send to you for Nina Simone. I just bought it for. I sent it to you, children's book. It's a beautiful book, but I call her Little Scholar, LIL Scholar. So I hope that you been a group of poems again for your daughters, because the poems that you write for your daughters, you write for all daughters, my daughters and my granddaughters included. I just love that book. It's one of my favorite books.
Well, Miss Betty, I want to first say thank you for that. And I am writing another book for both of my girls, and a solo one for Mina. But what I'm doing right now is I'm actually doing some video footage. I'm creating videos of Mina in her everyday, so her poems can go beneath those, so I can submit those for some awards and things like that. So I'm working on a whole new thing right now. Also, what I'll mention in here now, so that you all know, I guess you'll be the first ones to know about it. Complicated Passions is in the building, so he knows already. And I won't go deep into it right now because it's a lot of time, but we're getting ready to, we're seeking poems for an anthology that's called a masterclass, Civil Rights Through the Eyes of Poetry. And so we're going to be looking for all poems that are attributed to civil rights on any level. The thing what I want to do with this particular project is I want the poems that smell of audacity. I want the poems that they're going to say we want to ban this book, right? We don't want we can't let this book out. And there's a purpose behind that, in which I'll get into detail with that later, but I'm going to be reaching out and accepting them. There's parameters by which you can send them. If you don't send them correctly, they're going to be rejected. They can be poems that are already published, poems that you already written, and other books is all good with us. As long as you do your due diligence and make sure you make that known so that it could be in the book, so we don't have to worry about copyright infringement. But and that's gonna be we let y'all know that within the next few days, because I want to put this out in June. I want to put this out in June, so be ready for that. And Yeah, it's a lot coming. It's a lot coming. So y'all get ready.
Hey, Wits and Coach Chow, you know the two people that come to my mind. I know I got a limited field of view, but the guy in the group that got the dreads, he got that book. He got a book out, the Black Book. I think it's
AJ.
That's what we talk
I'm
about.
asking you guys. Okay, AJ, and then the other guy, the military guy. He always got that energy. He got that crazy energy with it.
Your boy, which that came here. What's his name?
That's CP Mays.
No.
CP Mays.
Oh,
Yeah,
CP?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Those
Yeah.
two be perfect for you, big guy. Hit them up.
I thought you was talking about what's our other brother that came here, which
Mr. Speaker.
No, not Mr. Speaker. He featured at which he featured at Hayes.
You talking about
I can't think of his name right now. You know what I'm talking about.
Mass Poet.
The Mass Poet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes, Mass Poet.
So I'm gonna be reaching out to a lot of folks. I don't mind people talking about it. This book here has there's a purpose behind it that I'll share once we all come together. People who can't participate, I'm not upset with it. But it's a pretty big movement behind it. And I'll explain all of that once we have time.
Walimu and Mr. Witz. Props again, you guys, for the Charlotte pieces you guys did. The Charlotte Poets.
Black Charlotte.
Yeah. That is absolutely astounding. Beautiful.
Thank you, Mama Betty. We got our show coming up 2 Fridays from now. We will be performing live at the Charlotte Theater. Just recently reopened here.
Carolina Theater.
Carolina Theater, excuse me. I keep saying Charlotte Theater. I guess it's because of the Black Charlotte Project keeps tying in. But yeah, the Carolina Theater. And we're excited about that. Actually, we got a rehearsal coming up. So I didn't mention that earlier in the day, but yeah, it's a lot happening within this community. I've always looked at the circus of artistry that surrounds us, which is why I never really wanted to get into the competition aspect of it. But I did tap into that field in order to reach beyond the limits of the audience that I was involved with. So that did allow me to be on bigger stages and make connections. But I've always been about camaraderie versus competitiveness. I think we can do so much more if we work together rather than toppling each other, looking to see who has the biggest castle, when we can build a kingdom together. So I love the fact that this community is continuing to thrive beyond those boundaries. I won't say limits, but beyond those boundaries. And I'm just like AJ always say, excited to see what's coming next from you all. So continue to grow, continue to pour into each other, feeding each other. And again, don't be shy when it comes to sharing with each other. It doesn't take an open mic. It doesn't take a, a setting for you to express artistry with your comrades. All it takes is for you to reach out and say, hey, do you have a moment? I would like to share something with you. And you'd be surprised how effective that impact can be on your next big thing. Anybody want to say anything as we close out?
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations to all the amazing things y'all got going on, and thank you all for the therapy this evening. I appreciate it.
It has been phenomenal. We thank you as well, brother. You played a major part in that as well.
Thank you all
Thank you, Gifted and Wits, for another amazing night.
Birthday
Thank you.
boy, happy
Incredible.
birthday, baby.
Thank you. Thank you. What an amazing way to spend the evening of my birthday. So thank you so much, everyone.
You're
Glad
very
you were
welcome.
here, bro. For a moment, I thought we might not have you. We were going to celebrate you regardless, but I'm even more gracious that you were here in the present.
I wouldn't let him forget you, Coach.
I was not trying to forget you, brother. Y'all making me feel some kind of way. I didn't hear from you, and you know we normally talk in the back channel or something. I wasn't sure if you were tapping in or just listening. I didn't know what was happening on that end, but I'm glad we got you in. Got to hear from you as always.
As always.
Phenomenal job.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all for joining in and just pouring into the space and allowing each other to be vulnerable and inspire one another. That's what it's all about. So thank you. And you all have a great night.
Yes.
Thank you. Good night.
All right.
Love you
Blessings, everybody.
guys.
Y'all keep growing.
Love
Big
you.
love.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Good luck.
Peace, peace.
Good luck, guys.